Hey everybody, we're here for a new episode of the RLG cast. I'm here with JohnnyDonuts and I'm here with the Puttyman. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel. It's very helpful and we would appreciate you even more if you did it than we do now. So last episode, it's weird. We're getting bookended with this. We talked about the Flash and Guardians. It got cut off, but it is what it is. Then we reviewed Guardians. Now we're talking like, at least to start this off, we're going to talk Guardians. So we got to the movie theater. I went with JD to the movies. And I was scanning my ticket to get in, and the guy was like, "Oh, hold on, I got to find the ticket, right? Because I'm never ready for anything." So I'm looking through my phone for the ticket. I look up. I'm holding my phone. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me, I guess. And then I realized
his eyes are closed.
His eyes are closed. He fell asleep. This is like, I'm telling you, like 40
within
seconds.
30 seconds. Yeah.
And I'm like, hello?
Yo, buddy, you ready?
Yeah, I was like, yo, buddy, you ready? And he's like, yeah. And then he looked and he scanned the tickets. That was one.
Toys R Us was closed.
Toys R Us closed down. We were very upset. It's one of the good locations.
How about one here? We almost went to the wrong movie theater. I told her what movie theater was, and she even talked about it and everything in the seats. And then we got, as we're getting to a location, I'm like, wait, this looks like the other location. Are we going to the? And she's like, yeah. And I go, didn't you talk about the seats at the other one? Yeah, I love those. That's where we're going. Oh, turning around, like we literally talked about it, and she was excited for it. So that was another my scenario when it comes to movie fun.
All right, well, check out your scenario. A guy knocked all his cups off the table.
So they serve beer in actual glass at the theater here.
They do plastic cups here.
It's his actual those big glass
mugs. Like yeah,
but they were big. Like we're talking 32 ounce.
And he didn't know how to move his table, so he's putting all of his force down, and then his hand slipped, and he knocked everything off his table onto the floor. Thank God it was
the glass
during the
shattered.
End credits. It was right at the end credits, so he got lucky.
But the guy in front of him wasn't too happy.
Yeah, he didn't look like the kind of guy that was going to say anything, though.
I would have.
Either way, we digress. So this is what I wanted to say. This is what I wanted to say before. So I never talked about in the review that we did about how this movie corrects the course for Marvel. JD specifically said that, not me. I want to point that out because I
didn't say correct the course, but it's in the right direction.
I do not think this does any of that because this movie was fully handed over to James Gunn with no involvement, I feel, from Marvel. And once his hands are not in the pie anymore, it's going to be a scary situation for Marvel. And what I do think is that this movie looks like a huge step forward for DC. This movie showed me that, wow, DC's in good hands if their movies are going to come out like this.
I'm excited for Superman Legacy now.
That's why I said the teeter-totter might be kind of teetering towards the DC world if they don't, because based on what they've done with like Quantumania and all that stuff, if this is the same path they're going, it's going to be a bad road. And I'm even scared.
This is just James Gunn written all over it. This doesn't feel like Kevin Feige. So I feel like, I don't know if this really helps correct anything. It's going to maybe change people's mind a bit that maybe it is, but I don't think it's actually is. I think it's all going to depend on Marvels. Is the Marvels going to be good? Because the TV shows are always mid, no matter what. They're never like awful unless it's What If. So I don't really think the 2 TV shows coming out are going to really tell us anything about where the universe is going. I feel like all of that weight is resting on the Marvels.
It looks good, but I mean, looks can be deceiving.
The CGI looks terrible, but the movie looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, here's my thing. The whole thing with James Gunn and him going over there, and the controversy with actor's name Majors,
Jonathan Majors.
Yeah, that whole controversy, Jonathan Majors. They're looking at a bad situation where even over in DC they had that same situation with Flash. But the problem is now it literally feels like, and this is a funny way of saying it, I really feel like Flash, a good version of it, not the one that's played by this guy, actually rotated things and made it to where made his movie be the one that's going to be the focal point to make DC better and Marvel crash.
So you think a real life Flash is the reason that we're having this situation?
Because think about it, it's a perfect thing. Because look at the way it turns out. DC ends up winning in this.
Oh, I
They
can't
end up
wait.
getting the best director. They end
I-
up getting Michael
Yeah.
Keaton back as Batman. And these are all things Marvel had. They had Vulture. They had James Gunn. And then they're like, well, you know what? We're going to take it too. And it's all because of Flash going back in time and saying, no, I'm going to fix this. And about Ezra Miller,
Well, he's
you're
going
going to
to
get one
correct course.
chance. But see, Ezra Miller's.
He's going to correct course. I promise
Yeah.
you, the internet, when this movie comes out, if it's as good as people say it is, the internet collectively is going to forget what he did, and that's completely wrong. You should not. He's absolutely
no. You shouldn't forget. But what I think what happened is the Michael Keaton is the highlight, and he knew, and the other Flash knew, the younger Flash. You know him. Anyway, he actually went back and said, "Hey, we got to make Michael Keaton the focal point because I understand Ezra Miller. Every multiverse he's fucked up. We can't."
But when he went back, was Michael Keaton actually his father, and Michael Keaton had died?
Well, no. Yes, well, that's wow.
No, it's a guy from Office Space.
So was Diedrich Bader actually his father? And then when he came back, it was.
I'm not done. See,
when he came back, it was Bill Lumbergh.
See, you guys have been messing it up. This whole time you guys have been thinking Marvel and DC had it set up, but Michael Keaton had a set up. Multiplicity is literally the multiverse version of Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton did the multiverse better than DC and Marvel. That's crazy.
Pacific Heights.
Well, this just happened. Let's say it right now because it was 3 hours ago. James Gunn confirms some of the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Superman Legacy.
Meaning the actors. Well, definitely his wife.
Dave Bautista, I can see him going over there.
His wife was freaking shoehorned in.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, enough with the wife.
And I wouldn't be surprised because you know how dedicated Dave Bautista has been to James Gunn. Have you noticed that? That I would not be surprised if Dave Bautista, like James Gunn's like, dude, I'm already talking over here DC. There's some random secret character that you would be freaking amazing.
No, Dave Bautista, Bane. That's all I gotta say.
Well, no, but I'm saying that's what I'm saying. That might be James Gunn. That's what I'm saying. He has options of actors.
Dave Bautista,
really
Bane.
I will take it. I will take
Dave Bautista, and Nathan Fillion is Perry White, editor of the Daily Planet.
Is he old enough? Is he? Come on, poor Nathan Fillion. He was good in Guardians.
Okay, then the other guy, Lloyd Kaufman, the guy that was the shop.
There you go.
Okay.
Back to his trauma roots.
Is he still alive?
He was at the card game.
Playing who?
The shopkeeper.
Oh, that's him?
That was Lloyd Kaufman.
Oh, I don't know who plays the actor. I mean, I don't know the actor playing the character. He's covered in makeup. I didn't know that.
That's shopkeeper from the first one. That's Lloyd Kaufman.
Okay, good. Good for Lloyd Kaufman. He's a legend.
He's
legitimately a legend of underground movie making.
Yeah.
And like the indie horror
The
scene.
trauma films and everything.
Where James Gunn got to start.
So back to that. Howard the Duck. And he looked cool. And I definitely immediately heard Seth Green. You didn't even have to tell me who it was. I knew right away as soon as I heard his voice.
He voiced in the first one too.
Did he?
Yeah.
That it's funny. Again, I told you I was naming off characters. She pointed out the shopkeeper and goes, "Who's that?" And I pointed that out. And then when I saw Howard Duck, I'm like, "Well, that's Howard Duck." Like
you were so excited.
I hate it. I love Howard the Duck. I want his own movie, man. I think he would have amazing or TV show. I think Howard the Duck as a Disney Plus series would be amazing because he could do the whole criminal thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ideas they could do. It'll be great with the
Maria Bakalova was great as
Cosmo. Borat's daughter. Was it daughter?
Yeah, she's so good as Cosmo. I was not expecting.
Wait, she's Cosmo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did such a good job. Like she was one of the funniest parts of the movie.
Yeah. Like I like the whole back and forth bad dog. Take it back, please take it back.
Honestly, those moments were excellent. Then you got the good dog moment.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and the good dog moment was the payoff was so you knew it was coming. It's funny. The first time you heard the second time you heard the bad dog thing, you're like, oh, this is gonna have a huge payoff, and it's gonna be
the third time when they're at the card table, and he's like, "Because you are a bad dog."
Because everyone's like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, that was good, man. There were like I said, there was really good points of this movie. You gotta look. You can't overlook the negatives. I think that's a thing a lot of people do. they're like, oh, if you're adverse to like animal cruelty, you're not gonna be able to watch this movie. I watch it. I was
Oh
like,
my god!
I
Yes.
never felt like bothered by any of that, especially because they're all CGI animals.
Well,
Okay,
who's the guy
I'll be
that plays
honest.
High Evolutionary?
I did get a little teary-eyed when Rocket goes hurt.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
but
no, no,
were you like offended by the animal
Not at all.
cruelty of the movie?
Not at
no,
all.
no,
They're
no, no,
fake
no,
animals.
no,
I just
no.
thought of my cat, the one that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he's talking about. I don't know if you know about JD. The High Evolutionary, the actor, he's getting so much hate online for playing this role. They're actually thinking he's cruel these animals, and
people on the internet need to not be on the internet. Can we just agree on that?
These
That
are
is
probably
so
also
He was
these
great,
are probably
by the way.
these are probably also what's his name fans, Zack Snyder fans.
Hey, JD, what was his name? What did Putty say his name
Oh,
was?
didn't you call him Chudy Woody once?
Chudy Woody, who played the High Evolutionary. By the way, he was really good.
He was excellent.
When he
like
did this,
he would be a great king. I mean, if he didn't play High Evolutionary, I could see him playing King.
Yeah.
Really, he does.
When he did the like exploder move and he fried everyone in the room, I was hoping so much. I'm like, please escape, don't die. I want you to come back in like a separate storyline where Rocket is trying to kill you. You know, because he showed that he was a worthy like villain.
Yeah.
But
really
like, we have to
But
kill all the villains.
Guardians tend to do that because they killed Ronan the Accuser in the first one. And who was the villain in the second again? I can see that's how good
their
it was.
dad, Ego.
Ego. They killed him in the second, and then they killed him in the third. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, spoilers if you haven't seen the movie.
I really
well,
did
Lily
enjoy
been
when
just
he called
talking about
him
spoilers the
RoboCop.
whole time, though. You know.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't come to the podcast to watch us do spoiler-free talk. Shout out to Kenny Omega. The best of the Omega family. But yeah, so that was pretty good, and we saw the Batman trailer. I was pretty excited. We saw Indiana Jones. I genuinely
got there late. No trailers, maybe two.
We only got three. We got three trailers. We got
a couple good ones. Okay, Indiana Jones looks really good.
I really like that actress, the one from Fleabag. There, I forgot her name.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Yeah,
she's great. Really... She writes all this shit.
Yeah,
she's not just acting. She's writing.
If you haven't watched Fleabag, go watch Fleabag.
Fleabag is really good.
Fantastic.
She wrote season 1 of Killing Eve, which is arguably one of the greatest seasons ever made.
Wasn't she involved in Luther as well?
Yeah, she's in. So hold on. She I believe has one of the Star Wars movies. She's writing Rogue One,
because she was in it.
Yeah, but isn't she writing a movie right now for Star Wars?
Yes, she is, I think. But she has a credit on Rogue One as well because she was also the voice of K2SO. Yeah,
there you go. Shout out to K2SO. He's in the Usos.
No, K2SO was Alan Tudyk's. Yeah. She was in Han Solo. She was the voice of the computer.
Contrary to his name, he does not have 2 dicks.
He has 3.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that movie looks good. I'm actually so excited for it when the dun 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 kicks in.
And the de-aging technology looks so good.
I'm gonna have to go. I've actually not seen it yet, so I'm gonna have to go look it up because again, I told you, I've not seen the new trailer.
We know what we're doing immediately as soon as we exit this. So that looks really good. I honestly don't want to be the guy who says this like on the internet and owns up to it. Transformers looks good.
Yes, we got that trailer too. Rise of the Beasts.
Rise of the Beasts.
Oh wait, is it the new one? Because I've seen I've seen the first one. So is it a new one?
Yeah, it's with the Maximals and the.
No, you mean the new trailer, right, Putty?
Yeah, because I've seen the first trailer they put out.
Yeah,
the one where it actually shows. Oh, okay.
It's pretty good. Honestly, like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it looks like fun.
What else did we see other than the Flash?
Hunger Games.
Hunger Games honestly looks interesting. I'm a huge fan of the first 2 Hunger Games.
It's a prequel.
Movies.
Oh, okay.
The first movie is really good. The second movie is fantastic. Then the third and fourth movie are both like it's just stretched too thin, the material. But I'm pretty excited. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be weird not having Katniss. I'm talking like a true fan here. Putty's like, I don't know what that means.
But
I know Katniss. I can never say her name.
Catnips.
Catnips.
But I think the movie trailer that Campo was most excited for when he saw was Gran Turismo.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
you want to talk about this for a second? It looks
that
say it. Say it's
that
good, and I'll kick you out of this fucking chat.
No, I'm gonna say this right now, okay? I saw that and I go, I've never really got into the game, but it does look interesting. Then I saw the based on a true story, and I go, now this seems far-fetched. So I didn't know it was based on a true story. Is it actually a true story? Like
it is loosely based on something that actually happened.
Okay.
And I'm assuming what happened was he's a guy who was really good at Gran Turismo, but he also was like the backup driver for a company. And then one race he had to go in because the main driver came out. And then we just told a lie and said, that's not, this movie's the truth.
He's so good at video games.
Yeah.
Like they're all in Europe and everything's in Fahrenheit.
That was my favorite part.
Movie.
Listen to me. It's a movie about F1 or it's like Le Mans type racing.
It's almost like a Le Mans style.
So that's very European and outside of North America. Number one. Number two, the main actor is a British guy who's British in the movie. Okay. Number
three, it's in the Nürburgring in Austria.
Okay.
In Austria.
And he's telling them things in Fahrenheit. Like they don't know what you're talking about. It gets 140 degrees Fahrenheit in there. The people around the world are like, "What are you talking about? What's a Fahrenheit?"
You guys are the old Putty. You Americans are the only ones that still use Fahrenheit.
I know. I understand this.
But mildly, they use miles.
Your brother,
oddly, in Australia and England.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't you ever find that weird that they talk about miles all the time and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyways, we know what it is, but I just think it's weird in the scenario that the only one American guy in the movie is telling them things like as if like everyone should conform.
See, well, no, here's my thing. I understand that you know, that we're the only country that doesn't do, you know, everything when it comes to like ratings, miles and weight, everything. You know, I mean, we're just backwards.
Yeah, you don't have the metric system.
Yeah, but I was even talking earlier that would probably cause a collapse here if we changed it. You know what I mean? Because this whole country just it relies on it too much. You know what I mean? That I've noticed you guys have just basically learned stuff that we don't know. You gotta think. You guys know more about our presidents than we know about any other country.
Yeah, but that's because you guys don't learn anything in school. No offense.
Well, yeah, yeah.
You don't get taught world history.
If you look around,
everything I'm taught is online.
History's taught by the winners.
Obviously, there's great schools in the States. There's some of the best schools of all time. The problem is you need to be a billionaire to get into those schools, and otherwise you're in the public school system where you're ranked one of the worst in all first world countries.
You want to know when I became smart? I became smart in 1994 when a friend of mine introduced me to the internet, and I realized, oh, I can look up shit on here and find out answers to things.
Okay, so let me do my impression of 1994 internet.
Exactly what it was. It was actually at a university near us that had like an open thing where you can go in there and act like you're a student. And
as you boot up Leisure Suit Larry.
So my friends like, you look old enough, let's bring you out there. And I would just go out there and bring up the computer and just go on the internet. And so yeah, introduction to it, but yes, it was dial-up. It was crazy and it was funny.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. We're not here. We're just all having fun making.
At least it wasn't that internet cafe at Dovercourt and Bloor.
That's still there, I think.
Oh, geez.
I used to go there to print out my movie tickets because I didn't know any other way. This is like showing you how like mind-boggling stupid people can be. Mind-bogglingly. I didn't realize that I could just do things on my phone. So I would go with my iPhone 4. I would download the movie tickets onto my email. I would go to the computer cafe, pay for half an hour, log into my email, use their printer, pay to print, and then just log out of everything and leave the rest of my time running on the computer. Because I didn't know any other way to print something. I didn't realize that I could just do it at home from my cell phone. I thought I have to go to a computer cafe and log in. By the way, I didn't even know I had
the scanner that they used for the paper they can use on your phone too.
Yeah. Listen, but we digress, okay? They didn't have the tickets were really stupid. But anyways, they were printed out whole pages. Every ticket was a whole page with a barcode on it. So yeah, that was movies. But
now
yeah,
we're
so
going to the music.
Gran Turismo,
Looks bad.
I'm not excited for it. I
I'm
like
still gonna
David
see it just like
Harbour,
a
but the
review
rest
it.
of the cast I don't care for. It's a bunch of nobodies. You're playing off a video game. If they did Gran Turismo, okay, so take this in. It's a racing movie, all right, where they race cars. If you remove the entire storyline of the video game out of the movie, you probably had a really good movie on your hands.
A decent racing movie.
God. Oh my God. I figured out how they made that movie. The guy was sitting there going, dude, how are we going to get Gran Turismo made? And not, but they're going to be like, dude, Gran Turismo, the name itself is actually not just a video game. It's actually a thing. Well, how are we going to make them know it's a video game? I don't know. How are we going to do this? And then they watched House of the Dead and they go, brilliant.
Exactly. They're going to give us cutscenes from the game. Not, but from Gran Turismo.
But you know what would work
Gran Turismo 1.
What would work as an adventure movie is Forza Horizon series.
Yeah, but I don't like Forza Horizon. I'll like, okay, I will never not admit that Gran Turismo 1, 2, and 3 are some of the greatest racing games ever made. 4 is also good, but I think in the modern world we live in, I genuinely think Forza is better than, not Horizon, Forza Motorsports is better than.
I figured out something. When we watch this movie, the race scenes, it's gonna say actual PS5 gameplay.
PS5
you know what?
footage.
They should have just did this movie how they made Need for Speed, where it has nothing to do with the video game. It's just a racing, driving movie.
Driving movie.
Because you could have gave me a Le Mans movie about a young kid coming up through the ranks, and I would have been okay with it. You could have even mentioned that he got really good at driving
by playing video games.
By playing video games, and then he became an actual driver and got good. Not, oh, he won a tournament at 20 years old to become a driver. Like, what were you doing with your life, kid? Typical Gen Z. You didn't even have a job. You're sitting around at home playing.
Oh, look, I'm really good at Call of Duty. Just put me in the military. Send me off.
They do that. Apparently, they legit do that. But yeah, I'm really good at the Star Wars game. Put me in the Star Wars. Put me
in the Star Wars.
I know how to use.
I'm really good at Roller Coaster Tycoon. Let me build roller coasters for you in real life.
I have no sense of civil engineering, but
I'm trying to find one guy I'm trying to find one construction guy that sits there and goes, I learned from The Sims.
Yeah, exactly, right? I'm going to be mayor of this town. I played The Sims once.
Why doesn't the motherload code work in real life?
Oh my God.
Where's your diamond above your head?
We've gone too far. There's no coming back.
No.
Did anyone watch Visions yet?
No, I
haven't yet.
I'm pretty excited for it. Apparently it's really
season
good.
3?
IGN gave it a 9.
Really? That's
no, it's season 2, isn't it?
Was it?
I think it's
season 2 is out. They're working confirmed, yeah.
Yeah, but I really, really like the first one. And I will also die on that hill. That's one of the best Star Wars products ever created.
Whereas Bad Batch is one of the worst.
Yeah, Bad Batch sucks.
I'm glad I haven't seen Bad Batch.
But also that other one is really bad. The Clone Wars movie is the worst thing Star Wars. Okay, I won't say that because there was Ewoks and also
Caravan of Garbage.
Also, what's that other movie? The Christmas special.
Oh,
the holiday special. But okay,
Hey, that is a good product. And you know what? No. Star Wars Holiday Special is one of the greatest holiday specials. And if you want to watch it, it's on my channel. You can go ahead and watch it on my channel.
Okay, you can do that.
It's on my channel for free. Go watch it. You're going to love it.
If you want to watch an old man Ewok gawk at exercising women.
I even do an introduction about how awesome it is. It's a great movie.
Listen, he's a grandpa Wookiee. Anyways.
He's stroking his own Wookiee.
Yeah, he does in the movie.
He literally watches porn, basically.
Yeah.
Ooh, get relaxed.
Clone Wars is really bad. The animated movie. But that other show is really bad too. Not Rebels.
Resistance?
The Resistance. Star Wars Resistance.
That's with Poe and them.
Bad. That show is pretty bad. I've never watched the Star Trek animated show. Not Lower Decks. That's really good. What's
Prodigy's pretty good too.
Yeah, that's the one, right?
Yeah, Prodigy's decent. Yeah.
Is it like a kids show?
It is, but it's not bad.
but I'll like it, right?
Yeah. I think that has Janeway and Chakotay from Voyager.
Because that got renewed.
Yeah. Prodigy's pretty decent. Like it's the same vein as like those kids like Avengers Assemble or Agents of Smash.
Oh, but I like those shows.
Yeah, but I mean it's that same type of towards that same audience.
Okay, so then I'll like
for little
that.
kids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like those shows are excellent. That specific Marvel universe where they had Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man,
Agents of Smash,
Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Avengers Assemble,
because I've never had so much like Easter eggs, characters we've never seen on screen, stuff ripped right from the comics ever before as those cartoons did. Even more
and comic accurate costumes.
Yeah, and good comedy, good storytelling, and they're just these dumb like kids cartoons.
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man is so underappreciated.
I agree. It's one of the better cartoons.
It's funny you say that too, because I literally was the Deadpool episode that made me go, "Oh, this exists." And I'm always seeing these things and going, "Oh, they're too weird or obscure." But the Deadpool one was a great introduction to me because it gave that exactly what Deadpool needed as an introduction.
And that show has such a bad rating.
Yeah,
really, you go look at it. I honestly think it might be better than the '90s Spider-Man show. Also, if you haven't seen it, if either one of you has not seen it, the follow-up show to that only had, I think, 2 seasons, the next Spider-Man show, it feels exactly the same in the characters and the writing and the way it's delivered, but it's not a continuation. It has different art style, and it's like a semi-reboot of the entire Spider-Man story. I can't remember what it's called.
I think that was Spectacular.
No, Spectacular is also good. Spectacular is the most underrated comic book show of all time. Spectacular Spider-Man.
Wait, which one was Spectacular?
So had that wicked theme song. Spectacular Spider-Man. That was look it up. It had 2 seasons. You can get the Blu-ray, the complete series Blu-ray for dirt cheap on Amazon.
Oh, really?
And I'm so upset because I bought the DVD not knowing the Blu-ray was about to come out, and a week later the Blu-ray came out. But hold on.
No, the follow-up was Spectacular Spider-Man.
No, it wasn't.
No.
Spectacular Spider-Man is a follow-up to the original Spider-Man show.
Yes.
See, here's the thing. I like Ultimate, but you saying that it's better than the was it Adventures of Spider-Man, the original one, the 190s? Because I don't know, that one just it had something about it that was because it didn't it was kind of like the X-Men. It didn't push to be like a kid's show. It actually pushed to have like more adult flair to it, like more, you know what I mean? Like adult.
Did you ever watch the weird ass one that used to be on MTV that was like 3D? I think it was called. Oh, it's right here. The new animated series.
The new anime.
And it was.
Oh, is that the one? Like that they were like they did way younger in high school kind of situation.
I don't remember. I just know it was like a really, really bad 3D. Also, if you never knew this, the original Spider-Man the animated series does have a 1-season continuation show called Spider-Man Unlimited, where he gets pulled into another dimension, and it's so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini movie.
Yeah, it's so bad. Hold on. So Ultimate Spider-Man was 2012.
It's Spider-Man. It was just called Spider-Man 2017.
Spider-Man 27. Okay, so that's it. But it's on Disney Plus, and it's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's Spider-Man there, you know, because he's spider swings and everything. You know what I mean?
Spider-Man.
Anything else to add to the subject, ladies and gentlemen?
You know what? While we're on it, I know we'll eventually do like a full list. Okay, so it's not like we're not going to do it. What would you say? And you can pick anyone. Don't give me the obvious choice. What is an animated superhero cartoon? Obviously, it's cartoon show that you really like that most people don't like. And what do you think is your favorite animated show, period? Like superhero has to be in the superhero genre.
I have, the one that people don't like or are obscure and never heard, and I loved it. And it was voiced by Will Ferrell, The Oblongs.
That was after superheroes.
Oh, it was superheroes. Oh,
everyone knows The Oblongs. Come on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Squidbillies.
I love the Squidbillies too. We just went into another thing. Sorry about that. I was just thinking animated series in general. But JD, you take around. I have no idea. I have to think.
The Tick.
Yeah, 100%. Yes.
That's good.
The Tick. It was such a great cartoon show, underappreciated. It kind of was shoehorned between, like here in Canada at least, they aired it on Saturday mornings, and they would air Spider-Man at 10:30, The Tick at 11, and then X-Men at 11:30. So it's kind of sandwiched in between, and it didn't really get the people would leave, eat their lunch, and come back to watch X-Men. Like it was and it didn't get the love, I don't think. And I'd love to see a reboot of The Tick, like not the one with Patrick Warburton, not the one with the guy who played Rorschach from
Yep.
there were from Amazon Prime playing. There was one from Amazon Prime as well.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, there were 2 live actions, but I don't know. I kind of want to see,
I don't know. Honestly, I know I asked that question.
Spoon.
Okay. One that I really like, period, is Batman Beyond. But I don't think that's like really underrated. I do think nowadays there's like a fond appreciation for Batman Beyond. You know what I'm gonna say? The second incarnation of the TMNT show. The one where it's much grittier and they look completely different.
The last one before Nickelodeon took over?
The one before the 3-dimensional looking show.
Okay.
But that's also a good show.
The 3-dimensional one, was pretty good too.
But
I'm trying to think of the one you're talking
that late 90s one. Because I do think a lot of people never gave it a chance, and it's actually really good.
I don't remember, because I watched all of them up until Nickelodeon took over. And I don't remember. I'm trying to remember that one, and I just that maybe I didn't really enjoy
Rise, the new show Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that's on Netflix is fine. It's not terrible. I don't know why people don't like it. It's completely fine. But the movie is actually good. The Netflix movie for it is actually good.
I might check that out this weekend.
And if you haven't seen goddamn Turtles Forever,
do yourself a favor.
Just watch Turtles Forever.
Yes.
Like,
wait, is that the documentary thing?
No, it's
the
movie.
It's the movie with that bridges all the iterations of the cartoons,
from the comic book to the movies to the cartoons. It connects everything together.
I've never heard of this, and I'm watching it fucking tonight.
It came out at the same time as Batman and Ninja Turtles.
Don't tell me they do the movie and they do the TV show.
Everything.
All, not the actual live action movie, but the
they
cartoon.
Look like it. There's drawings of them that look like it. Okay. It's basically the multiverse of Turtles. They have to call for the multiverse to fix what's happening.
Oh, I need to watch
this. The OG Eastman and Laird with the red masks.
If you can't find it anywhere
no, I'm going
online,
to buy
it's on Google for $3.
I'm buying it right now.
That's how I watched it. I went on Google and I paid $3 for it.
I'm going to Voodoo to buy it right now. It's got to be on my. It's got to be my. What's it called?
Turtles Forever.
Okay.
We're gonna stay here live. I was gonna end the episode, but we're gonna stay here until Putty finds this.
Oh my god.
That's what I kept telling you guys. I'm like, if we're gonna do a full Ninja Turtles tier list,
it's on sale too, $7.99.
Everyone has to watch Turtles Forever. Yeah. Anthony still has not watched Turtles Forever. Nick has still not watched Turtles Forever. Putty has still not watched Turtles Forever.
I can't believe this. I did not know this existed. How did I not know this existed? I'm about to freak out tonight, aren't I? I'm about to freaking love this, aren't I?
Yeah, it's a nostalgia fest. It's a good movie.
Okay.
I can't remember which main turtle line though it's based around.
I think it's the 88, 89 Turtles.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Is it? No, it's based around the 90s, the late 90s.
The first Nickelodeon one, I think.
Yeah, not the 3D, the other one, but the 3D ones are in it. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
The main point of the movie is the modern version of the Turtles, the 3-dimensional ones, and the original 80s Turtles meet up with them.
So it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Forever, right?
Yeah, and then Eastman and Laird Turtles come and they're black and white on the screen.
No, do they really?
Yeah, they all have red bandanas.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching.
I'm gonna literally tear up right now.
Okay, he's gonna tear up. Thank you for watching. Peace out.